Hello, this is the King R, and since the Stanley Cup Finals are here and upon us, it is time for, you gotta excuse me a little bit. As a huge hockey fan and fan of playing video games, I have decided to take NHL 17 and put it to the test to see who they think that who's going to win the Stanley Cup Finals between the Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, I'm not going to do a best of 7 game series, simulate game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, game 6, game 7, whatever. I'm just doing one game, a potential game 7, you could say, simulation, and see who or what, or however you want to put it, see who the computer NHL 17 thinks is going to win in a head-to-head matchup. But let's see what happens. Anyways, let's see how we got here, or how these two teams got here. Now, first and foremost, let's start with the Pittsburgh Penguins, defending Stanley Cup champions. Yes, somehow they're back at it. But taking a look, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they finished the regular season at 50 wins, 21 losses, and 11 overtime losses, with a total of 111 points, and finished second in the Metropolitan Division. While the Nashville Predators, it didn't come easy for them. They had 41 wins, 29 losses, and 12 overtime losses, with 94 points and just getting the last playoff spot in the West, the second wild card. Diving into the Pittsburgh season just a little bit more, we got month by month results. In the month of October, they went 6-2-1. November 7-5-2. December 12-1-2. January 6-5. February 7-2-3. March 9-4-3, and April 3-2. So no losing record for them, and that's one reason why they finished second in the Metropolitan Division.
The Penguins have killed it all.
While on the flip side, we're going to finish off with Pittsburgh real quick. As when you're the defending champions of a sports league, it's not easy to repeat. And just watching this series, just when the Penguins made to the Stanley Cup Finals, not last year, but before that, prior to that, in the 09 season, yes, they made to the finals in 08, lost to Detroit. Following year, they came back, fought back, and beat Detroit, just showing how hard it is to repeat in this league. But anyways, playoffs, well, like I said, they finished second. When it came to the playoffs, they started their playoff run against the Columbus Blue Jackets, a team that was on a hot streak earlier in the season, had the season's longest winning streak of the year, and they just took care of them like Swiss cheese. They beat them 4-1, no competition there. Moving on to the second round, where Pittsburgh, they meet this team year in and year out. Either if you're a Pittsburgh fan, you hate them. If you're a fan of them, you hate Pittsburgh. And who are they? None other than the Washington Nationals, the one team that just seems like they can't get over the hump. And yet again, that happened this year. Happened once again. Unfortunately, when it looked like Pittsburgh was going to put Washington away, though, Washington came back, tied up the series 3 games apiece, forced a game 7, but Pittsburgh say, it's all fun games. Until now, we got to put you away. And so they did. Took the series 4-3. Now, with just, 4 wins away of heading back to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since, last year when they held the cup. They go on taking on the Ottawa Senators. And it's been a few years since a Canadian team has gone to Stanley Cup Finals. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. When they took, I think Iowa took a 2-1 series lead. Pittsburgh just came roaring back, win next two, go up 3-2, and Ottawa was on the had to win. They won Game 6, Ottawa. They forced a Game 7, and Pittsburgh yet again took care of business. They took care of business and won the East. Forget what the name is of the Eastern Conference trophy, but there's a unwritten rule when it comes to those trophies. Because you do not want to touch when you're playing the NHL. There's only one trophy you want to hold above your head, and that's Lord Stanley's Cup. But ever since Crosby was with the Penguins, he has broken that tradition, and it appears that tradition is he's flirting with disaster, you could say. The superstitious aspect of, you know what, don't care. I'll touch the other trophy, then I'll touch Stanley Cup.
The Penguins' power play gets another chance to operate. Hasn't been effective yet.
The Prince of Wales trophy, that's what it is. Because like I said, the unwritten rule, you don't want, the only trophy you want to touch as a team and lift above your head is Lord Stanley's Cup. But Pittsburgh has been flirting with disaster, and they've been beating all the superstitions, and Crosby's like, I don't care, I'll lift Prince of Wales trophy over my head. So he has. But, you know, like I said, moving on to Nashville. How did Nashville get to where they are today? Well, they finished 8th place in the West and just barely made it into the playoffs. But to them, that didn't matter to them. Just all you need is get your foot in the door. Just look at, who was it?
Looking to Forsberg.
They're only the third team to be the 8th seed to make it to the finals, right behind the 2006 Edmonton Oilers and the 2012 Los Angeles Kings, who, might add, went the distance and won the cup. So there's some luck on Nashville side. But anyways, like I said earlier before, Nashville finished 8th in the West, 4th in the Central. They were 41, 29, and 12. Month by month. Oh, where is it? I'm looking through my notes.
The Predators control from the neutral zone.
Month by month. They started the season off 2-5-1 in October, so I mean they had a slow start. But they came back in November going 9-3-2. December they fell off a little bit, going 5-6-3. January they roared back a little bit at 8-4-2. February went 8-4-1, so about the same. March 7-5-2, and April 2-2-1. So not too bad to end out the month or end out the season. But once the playoffs started, oh my goodness, they were red hot.
The shooter thought he'd made a pretty good shot here, but the goaltender's in good
They
shape.
Took on the number 1 seed in the Central with the Chicago Blackhawks, and they swept them 4-0. I really think no one really saw that coming, especially the Blackhawks, because the Blackhawks have won 3 Stanley Cups in 6 years, but that was at the beginning half of this decade. And now I think that dynasty, that franchise, whatever you want to call it, is slowly coming to an end. That, you know, maybe this team won't get a chance to hoist the cup anymore. That's the Blackhawks I'm talking about.
Not a long pass, but effective. He's got it.
Because last few years, it's been hard for them to get out of the first round, if not get into the second round. But they always seem to have a great regular season, those Blackhawks. But this year, and like last year, they stumbled in the playoffs. But moving on, Nashville then took on the St. Louis Blues. They took care of them in 6 games, 4 games to 2. And then they took on the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Well, just the Ducks, the team who they played last year in the first round. They took the Ducks 7 games last year, beat them in Game 7, and if I'm correct, got their coach fired, who is now coaching for Minnesota. No, I'm not. I'm just going off of memory. I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, that's what happened. And well, this year was no different. They took care of business. The one thing that Anaheim was able to do against Nashville was ruin their home winning streak. Nashville had won 10 home games, I believe I've read in the playoffs. But Anaheim, they messed that up for them. But Nashville, they had the last laugh once again, winning, going 4 games to 2 against Anaheim, and hoisting. Well, they did not hoist. They did not flirt with disaster, and they did not, tempt with temptations. They did not touch the Clarence C. Campbell Bowl, the trophy that is handed to the Western Conference champions. And like I said, as tradition, you could say, or superstitious, however you want, lean, did not touch it because they want to hoist the cup, Lord Stanley's Cup. I'm going to emphasize that a lot. So here we go, Stanley Cup Finals. We have, like I said, Pittsburgh Penguins and the Nashville Predators.
Tie up there and a good reach.
So question becomes, how is this series going to play out? Now, Pittsburgh is kind of beat up, but yet they are hard, fast, and they attack. Nashville, sort of similar, but hard to describe. Both these teams, I honestly would say, are equally matched. Unlike last year's final, when you had Pittsburgh versus San Jose, Pittsburgh was just more aggressive than San Jose. Pittsburgh was on the attack and did not let up one bit. And if San Jose did great in the playoffs, at least on the Western Conference side last year, but like I said, when it came to when they faced head to head, it was just Pittsburgh all the way. San Jose was lucky to win 2 games. And that breaks my heart because I'm a huge San Jose Sharks fan. I was so happy to see the Sharks make it to the Stanley Cup Finals finally for the first time out of 4 attempts, I think it was. They finally get past the hump, won the Western Conference Finals, get their foot in the door, hoping to take on a Pittsburgh team that was just not shell-shocked, but I mean, Pittsburgh last year had a little turmoil. They fired their head coach in December, and then after that, they just were one of the hottest teams in the NHL, and it showed. That's why they won the Cup last year. So it hurts me just a little bit. If you can't tell, I'm not a huge Pittsburgh fan, so you can only guess where my prediction is going to go when I get that far. But let's see. This is the second time in a row that the Western Conference champions are a first-timer. San Jose made it to the finals for the first time last year. Like I said, Nashville is making their first trip to the finals this year. Nashville, they're not even, they're 19 years. It took San Jose 25 years. Nashville took them 19, so congratulations to them. The Pittsburgh Penguins, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year, and this is their sixth.
Enormous hit.
Oh, when he's
No,
playing like
fifth
that,
final
he is
appearance.
effective.
See, they went back-to-back in the early 90s. Yeah, this is their sixth final appearances. They went back-to-back in the early 90s. They went back-to-back in 08 and 09. Won one, lost one. And they were there last year was their fifth. This is their sixth appearance. So, team who's been around for 50 years has been there for 6 times. Team been around 19 years, only 1 time. So, but anywho, just rambling on.
And this one has been. Let's see if it continues. Pittsburgh's got another win.
But
deflected away.
Let's see, maybe I can find that statistic real quick. I think it might be Los Angeles. The last time we had a first timer win the cup. I want to find that stat real quick, and then we can move on to some other predictions, no. Well, I don't know how you want to define first time or win their cup for the first time. That's always a debatable question. Like, have they played in the Stanley Cup Finals before and lost, and then they came back to win, or win their first ever? It doesn't matter when. But oh, come on, where's the list of Stanley Cup champions?
Gives it over to the point.
There we go. That's what I want to see.
One-timer. Score! Another step in the road back. They're down by 2.
Yeah. Los Angeles in 2012 was the last time a team won their cup for the first time. So we haven't had a first time. If Nashville can go in, take care of business, and beat Pittsburgh, they'll join. They'll be.
The Predators have worked this back to a 2-goal deficit now. Let's
be
see
like
if
the LA
they can
Kings of 2012
period number 2.
to win their first cup. But prior to that, it would be the Carolina Hurricanes.
He scores!
If I'm reading that right. Well, Tampa Bay Lightning wanted to. Anyways, I digress just a little bit. So, where are we in the game simulation? Pittsburgh just got an easy goal there. And they are up by
Pittsburgh's lead is already
6-3 with about a minute 34 left in the second period. Now, I will add, I did do a full 20-minute periods, and I will say the scoring got a little out of hand, like just there. But anyways, how about I'll go dive into who I like and why, which I don't think is that hard to see who I'm leaning towards.
Get to the front of the net, open up, and one time it didn't pass the goaltender.
Because I'm going to go first and foremost and flat out, I'm picking Nashville. I like Nashville because I got my team, the San Jose Sharks, are in the West. So I usually root for the Western Conference champions, depending on who they are. But I'll lean towards the Western Conference when it influences my picks. Nashville is in the West. First timers. I gotta go with somebody new, especially against somebody who's been there before.
The Predators in their own
and
in possession.
Another reason, their American Hockey League, their AHL affiliate, are the Milwaukee Admirals, and how can I not like a team from my own state who has affiliate in the NHL, or however you want to put it? So I like Nashville. Pittsburgh, well, I'm not a big Pittsburgh fan, especially since Sidney Crosby. I had nothing against Mario Lemieux, but I'm just not a big Sidney Crosby fan. You know, you're either a Crosby or Ovechkin fan. I'm more of an Ovechkin fan. I would have loved to see Washington finally make it to, especially to the Eastern Conference Finals. But no, that hasn't happened either. So
Loose puck regathered by Sidney Crosby.
That's one reason why I don't like Pittsburgh. 2, they beat my San Jose Sharks last year. And 3, come on, somebody new. So there you have it from my perspective. I want Nashville to win. How many games is it going to take? I think it's going to take at least 6. And they need to win at least one of the first 2 in Pittsburgh. If Nashville can take a win in Pittsburgh and go back home with that home winning streak, or that home momentum, Nashville could take care of business. I mean, especially if Pittsburgh is beat up as they say they are. So, but I gotta go with Nashville in 6 games. There you go. So only time will tell. Game 1 is upon us, or has happened at this time. I'm not sure, depending on when this video comes up. But Nashville needs to win one of his first 2 games for sure.
Decisively against them without him. Here's an example of his work as we go to break.
Nashville either takes game 1 or game 2. Split the series in Pittsburgh, go back to Nashville, win games 3 and 4 at home to force Pittsburgh to have a must-win scenario in game 5. Pittsburgh wins game 5 and they come back to Nashville, and Nashville wins game 6 on their own ice, home ice, to hoist the cup. Now, here's another fun fact though. If game 6 happens and Pittsburgh is up 3-2 though, it is more likely than not that Pittsburgh will win the cup, because every time Pittsburgh has won the cup, the 4 previous times they've won the cup, it's been on road ice. They've never won the deciding game at home. So if I would not be surprised, I'd be a little disappointed if it comes in game 6, Pittsburgh's up 3-2, and I would almost have to put my money on Pittsburgh at that time. But I'm not going to count out Nashville out. There's hope. I mean, as we look at some of the highlights that are happening right now, Nashville's only down by a goal, 6-5, and there's a penalty that just happened on Pittsburgh. So this is a high-scoring game. I would love to see some high-scoring game.
More times than not,
but
anytime you reach in around a player's hands that has the
I don't know. Just love hockey in general. So here we go. Well, we got 18:30 left now. Nashville has got the puck. They're in attack. There's a delayed penalty. Oh, another 5-on-3. Oh, no, it's going to be 5-on-3 now. I forget. Yeah. Watching this simulation happen unfold, it was just chaotic. So now, I know earlier in the game, Pittsburgh had a 5-on-3 opportunity, and they blew it. Nashville has a 5-on-3 opportunity, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it. And, well, almost. So, Pittsburgh just committed a delayed game. So, this is just more or less filler time right now. So, Nashville, down by a goal, has a 5-on-3 power play opportunity for almost 2 minutes in this game. And, of course, they just pass the puck right to Murray. I don't know what else to say. I'll flat out say it's hard for me. I try to follow hockey. I try tune in as much as I can, but you start giving me some hockey player names, I can only name you a few. But there we go. Oh, one of the 5-on-3 power plays, or no, yeah, the one power play ended. Now we still have a minute of 5-on-4 left for Nashville. They can't blow this opportunity. If you have a power play opportunity, you can't blow it. I mean, it'd be great for Pittsburgh to kill it, but only time will tell. They have a minute to kill it. And so far, so good. They have 15 seconds left on the power play now. Nashville keeps in theirs in their zone, and oh, there's the one-timer goes in. We got ourselves a tie hockey game with 15 and a half minutes to go in the third period. Anybody's game. Anybody's game here.
That puck looked like it got deflected right in front of the goaltender.
I'm sorry. Let's just fill it right now. I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, I'm hoping this does well, and come next year, keep this going. So we got 6-6. We move to 13:50 left in the third period. Nashville winds up. Nope. Blocked. Oh. Nashville just got their first lead of the game. 13:43 left in the game. Nashville just took their lead. And Pittsburgh is wondering what just happened to them. They were up 6-3. And they gave up 4 unanswered goals.
He seems to have most of it covered.
So let's see if Pittsburgh can retaliate and tie her up, maybe for some overtime hockey, which I might add, overtime playoff hockey is some of the most exciting thing in sports, just because it's the next goal that wins. Where are we at now? We're at 9:50 left in the third. They have less than half the period to go. Pittsburgh's trying to get out. Oh, well, we got penalty on Nashville, so this might help Pittsburgh with 9:44. But playoff hockey is just phenomenal to begin with, especially overtime when it's just continuous play. Oh my goodness, because the next shot goes in. I will say, watching Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals between Ottawa and Pittsburgh was a thriller. A little heartbroken that oh, there we go. Pittsburgh just tied it up. Puck just snuck in. So 7-7 with 9:34 left to go in the game. But watching Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals between Ottawa and Pittsburgh, going into double overtime, oh my goodness, just on the edge of my seat, hoping Ottawa could beat Pittsburgh, knock them out. No, of course not. Of course not, they couldn't.
It's through traffic as well. You're going to see on the replay that the goaltender's fighting aid the traffic. He's got to get into position for it.
So here we're at 9:43 left in the game. Game is tied.
Nashville's got that one now.
Whoever has the most momentum left is going to win here. Here we go. We're down to a minute 14. This game is still tied. Face-off in Pittsburgh territory. Nashville wins the face-off. And they got the clear. They cleared it. We're down to 1 minute to play in the third period. This might just go into overtime. Maybe it's a good thing we don't have one and dones in the NHL like in the NFL. Let's just imagine. Oh, we got breakaway. 2 on 3, no pass. No, Murray. I believe that's Murray. Murray gets a save at 42-3.
Great save.
Just looks like we're going overtime.
Murray's athleticism was
and
tested on that wrist
hopefully I have overtime sets to continuous 5-on-5 and not normal 3-on-3 into a shootout. Hope I don't have those settings messed up. I don't think I do, but we'll find out. There's the Nashville just took the lead, so we might not have to worry about overtime. 40.8 seconds left. Nashville is looking like they might just hoist the cup for the very first time.
He had that wrist shot ready to go in a perfect scoring area.
Murray's in almost perfect
little celebration there.
almost.
They get the win the face-off and the one-timer. Goal. Just like that, Pittsburgh. You know Pittsburgh's going to have to pull their goalie.
What will they do next? How will they
So
start to play
they
this
can
game?
only hope that the 6-on-5 advantage is going to give them a hand. Here we are, 30 seconds and counting. Pittsburgh has pulled their goalie.
Good scrum here.
Nashville, oh, Nashville, nope. Oh, and that's icing with 19.5 seconds. So Pittsburgh will have a one-man advantage in Nashville territory. Can they win the face-off and tie her up and force overtime? 19.5 seconds. Here's the face-off. Pittsburgh does win it. A couple passes. Ooh, one-timer, no good. No one's near it. We're down to 10 seconds. And Nashville, oh, Nashville is going to get an empty netter. There it is. That is it. There you go. Even with 7.3 seconds left, there you have it. NHL 17 from EA Sports. They're picking Nashville to win. Now, like I said, I'm not doing the best of. This is just a one-time deal. So they're saying Nashville wins. And I say Nashville wins in 6 games. So we'll see. Might come back, do a reaction, follow-up of this. If not, who knows who will. So I will say thanks for watching. Congratulations to Nashville. Hopefully EA is right. Hopefully EA Sports is right. And you guys end up winning the cup. I hope you do. Pittsburgh, you know, there's always next year, but you just won the cup. So let's share it. Let's put some new names on that cup. So only time will tell. So anyways, here are the remaining highlights. Thanks for watching. Tune in to the Stanley Cup Finals on NBC and NBC Sportsnet. And enjoy yourself some hockey. Final score 9-7 Nashville. Here are the final stats. So like I said, thanks for watching and tune in for some more, hopefully in the near future.